Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam and non-Muslim friends, associates, and family members. This is your brother Sheikh KHALID YASIN speaking to you from Silver Springs, Maryland, a small city next to Washington, D.C., the capital city of the United States of America. It is approximately 20 minutes after 8 in the evening, and most Muslims in this part of the United States of America will be breaking their fast. I am also breaking my fast at this time, but I chose to just make this short comment on the movie Son of a Prince After X. Many people have asked me, Sheikh, why is there a need for you to do such a movie? This is my answer. The new Muslims in the United States of America, who number approximately 3.2 million persons, who have become Muslims in the last 55 years approximately, they have a story. The world needs to know their story. Their story began or was highlighted through the sacrifice and the assassination of Al-Hajj Malik Shabazz, better known to the world as Malcolm X. As one of his spiritual sons, who became a Muslim in the same year that he was assassinated, it is my conviction that I must tell this story. Why should I tell this story? Because in the last 53 years, I have traveled by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to close to 90 countries in the world, 31 of which are Muslim countries. And I believe that this kind of exposure has given me a micro and macro perspective of the subject, Islam in the 21st century. Son of a Prince After X is such a perspective. Not only will it tell the story of the new Muslims and their legacy in the world today, what contribution they have made, what sacrifice they have made, and what their perspectives are. But it will also address issues that the mainstream media will never allow to be discussed. This is our story. This is our perspective. I am your brother Sheikh KHALID YASIN, and I have taken it upon myself to tell this story. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy, to provide us with what we need to tell this story. I want to say to the Muslims in the United States of America who are also breaking their fast according to the time zone where they are. If you are in the Eastern time zone, that is the Eastern Standard Time, you will be breaking your fast around this time. If you are in the Midwest, you will be breaking your fast in about 1 hour. If you are in the West Coast, California, you will be breaking your fast in about 3 hours. I would like you to think when you break your fast, what contribution have you made to tell the story of Islam and America? What contribution have you made towards the legacy of Islam in the 21st century? Because if we Muslims, we new Muslims, with our children and our grandchildren, if we do not contribute and make the sacrifice to tell our story, no one else will tell that story. We thank all of the Muslim immigrants who came to this country seeking freedom and the constitutional privileges of the United States of America, and who also built masjids, made their contribution to teach Islam. We thank them. We are grateful to them. However, this is our country. Make no mistake about it. The United States of America is our country, and it is a great country. I didn't say it is a great country without its imperfections. Most definitely, it has very tremendous and severe imperfections. Nevertheless, after traveling around the world for the past 35 years in particular, I want to say to my grandchildren, and I want to say to my children, that we have to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the constitutional privileges which we are beneficiaries of that cannot be found in any other country in the world. And especially, I want to say to all the brothers and sisters who are living in Muslim countries, who have lived in Muslim countries, and who have the aspiration to go to Muslim countries, you will never find the level of constitutional privilege and access to resources as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to us by default here in the United States of America. No, I'm not a patriot. That is not why I'm speaking. No, I am not a person who is supporting the evil or the corruption or the perversion that we find in this country. I'm not supporting that. However, I am not ungrateful for the tools and the resources which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to me. And I tell my brothers and sisters in Islam, especially the new Muslims, you should not be ungrateful and you should not be unmindful of the tools and the resources which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to you by default. You can check nearly any reference that you want, and you will discover that out of 228 countries in the world, the Muslim countries until now cannot provide their citizens the constitutional privileges and resources which we have as Muslims here in the United States of America. I will share with you substantiation. I will share with you some statistics to substantiate my comment. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to write it down as a responsibility for myself, that this movie, Son of a Prince After X, will be a media legacy that my grandchildren can make reference to. And I will do everything within my power to make this movie a reality. At this point, we have a team. We have a script. We are working on the promo. We are also working to develop the treatment. And it is our conviction, our team, our production team, it is our conviction that before the end of the year 2018, this movie documentary will be prepared and ready to be broadcasted on the social media platforms so that the world can see and the world can understand the vision and the perspective that we Muslims of the United States of America, and in particular, the new Muslims, what is our view, what is our perspective, and what is our story? There are many issues in America that need to be addressed, whether it be the issue of racism or the issue of abortion or the issue of same-sex marriage or the issues of international concern. And this movie, we will answer some of those questions. Dear brothers in Islam, I ask you to listen for further comments about this movie. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept the prayers, the fasting, the adhkar, and all the sacrifices which we have made during this month. And when you break your fast, please make dua for our effort to produce this movie, Son of a Prince, After X. Thank you very much. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us forgiveness and mercy and protection from the hellfire. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.